Hi, this is Start 3D Modeling channel. In this video, I will show you how to design this type of part in Plasticity. Of course, we won't design exactly the same part, but I will show you how to approach modeling such elements. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe. And in the video description, there is a discount code for Plasticity. I will start a new project, and here I will start by creating a cylinder whose center will be at the origin of the coordinate system. I enter 120 mm as the diameter, so I press the Tab key, type 120, enter. Next, hit H, and here I enter 120 mm as the height and click OK to confirm. Next, I switch to face selection, press the 3 key on the keyboard, select this face, and select the Hollow a Solid command. Here, I add a wall thickness of 3 mm to the inside, so I press the D key, enter -3, press enter, and enter again to finish this command. Then, I set the side view, and here we create a shape to cut a section of the solid. Let's choose to draw a rectangle from the center, so we hover over this icon, press and hold the left mouse button, then choose Rectangle Drawing, and let's draw a rectangle whose center will lie at this point. As for the dimensions of this rectangle, they do not matter much. Let's create this rectangle approximately this way. Okay, now I switch to vertex selection, and using the selection window, I select these two vertices. I press the B key to add a fillet, and let's add a fillet approximately this way. And we click OK to confirm. Now let's select the area of this rectangle. Let's switch to face selection. Select the area of this rectangle and cut material from this solid, so we add an extrusion here. Next, we press the W key on the keyboard to activate to subtract one solid from another. Select this solid as the solid from which we will subtract and click OK. Now I will turn off the visibility of the flat geometry, switch to edge selection, and with the Shift key I will select these two edges. And here let's also add a radius, for example 15 mm, so I press the D key, enter 15, press enter to confirm, and enter again to finish this command. We have such a solid here. Now I will set the side view and choose to draw a rectangle from the center. I will draw this rectangle approximately so that the center of the rectangle is in the center of this solid. As you can see, I cannot place the center of this rectangle on this axis here. I can do it above the solid, but when we hover over this point, a snap will be activated, and when we press the Shift key, guidelines will be displayed. Here, we can place the center of this rectangle on this line. We do it approximately here. Let's create a rectangle with dimensions of 10 by 20 mm. So I press the Tab key, enter 10 here, then Tab again, and enter 20 here, press enter to confirm. Now I switch to vertex selection. I press the 1 key on the keyboard, select this vertex and activate the move command, so I press the G key on the keyboard, and we will move this vertex on the Z-axis by -5 mm. I press Tab, and now on the X-axis we will move this vertex by 3 mm. I press Tab, and here I click OK to confirm. Now I select this vertex, I press the G key. Now I press the Z key to move this vertex in the Z-axis. I type 5 to move it by 5 mm. I press Tab. Here the movement in the X-axis has been activated, and as the shift in the X-axis, I enter -3 mm. I press Tab and click OK to confirm. Now with the selection window, I select all the vertices. I press the B key to activate the fillet command, and let's add a radius here. I click OK. Now I press the G key to move this geometry a bit, and I will move it a bit upwards. Okay, that doesn't matter much. And now, based on this area, we will add an extrusion. but let's do it in such a way that we select this geometry. I activate the move command here, and I will move it a bit this way. I click OK so that this geometry is approximately in this place. Now I switch to face selection, select this area, and add an extrusion here so that this solid sticks out beyond this solid, and I click OK. Now, based on this solid, we will create a circular pattern. I will also turn off the visibility of the flat geometry. This solid is selected. I choose the radial array command. As the center of the circular pattern, select this point, and as the number of elements, let's enter, for example, 15 elements, and click OK. Next, these solids are selected. I will set side view, and now I press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and we will add a copy of these solids. Let's do it approximately this way. In the Z-axis, let's enter -10 millimeters. Okay, now these copied solids are selected. I will rotate the view a bit and press the R key to activate the Rotate Solids command. Let's add a slight rotation of these solids. Okay, let's do it approximately this way, and click OK. Now I switch to solid selection, and with the selection window I select all of these smaller solids, except for this large solid. I will set the side view and activate the rectangular array command. Let's add a rectangular array approximately to this point, and here we will reduce the number of elements to 7 and click OK. And here we have created something like this. Now I will deselect all solids, and I will see how it looks in these places. And now we will remove a few of these solids. With the Shift key, I select the solids to delete. Okay, I don't want to delete this solid here, and I accidentally selected this solid. If you want to deselect a solid, you cannot do this with the Shift key, you have to do it with the Control key. Press the Control key and deselect this solid. And once again, if you accidentally select some geometry that you don't want to select, to deselect this geometry, we cannot do this with the Shift key. We have to press the Control key, and only then can we deselect this geometry. And okay, press the Shift key and select the geometry we want to remove. We can do this in such a way that we select all at once. And we press the Delete key. As you can see, I removed too much geometry. I press Ctrl Z to undo that. I press the Control key to deselect this large geometry and press the Delete key to remove this geometry. Now I also select this geometry, press the Delete key, and here I will remove these two geometries. Okay, and we will leave it like that. And now we will create holes in this larger solid based on these smaller solids, so we will use here solid subtraction. To do this, first we select the solid from which we will subtract. Next, with the Shift key, we select the solids we want to remove. We activate the Boolean operation, so we press the Q key on the keyboard. We click OK to confirm. We wait a moment for the calculation, and in this way we have created such a solid. Here, as you can see, we simply subtracted these smaller solids from the larger solid and created such holes. The position of these holes simply depends on the position of the solids that were removed from this solid, and the position of these smaller solids simply depends on how we position these solids. We can play around with various settings here to get interesting effects. I hope you understand how I created this solid. And okay, we will finish here. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.